So when reading some schematics of a rectangular garden, you see a binomial x plus 8 feet represents the length, and the binomial x minus 1 feet represents the width. Write an expression that represents the total area of the garden in the form x squared plus bx plus c using a distributive property. Now remember, right? If this is, this is the length, this is the width. Remember, area of a rectangle is length times width, so this would be x plus 8 times x minus 1. Now, multiplication is commutative, so it doesn't mean you can multiply it either way. So that would be no different than this, okay? They want you to write the area of this rectangle in this form using the distributive property. So when I go to do that, x times x would be x squared. X times 8 would be plus 8x minus 1x. That would be minus 8. So I come up with an expression that's x squared plus 7x minus 8. So test to make sure that your expression from above is equivalent to x minus 1 times x plus 8 using the following values of x. So what we're going to do is substitute these values in. Is 3 minus 1 times 3 plus 8. That would give me 2 times 11, which is 22. If we take our expression, x squared plus 7x minus 8, right? 3 squared plus 7 times 3 minus 8 gives me 9 plus 21 minus 8 gives me 22. That checks out. Okay? If we do it when x is 10, 10 minus 1 times 10 plus 8 will give me 9 times 18. Okay? 9 times 18 gives you 162. So if we were to take our expression and plug 10 in, 10 squared plus 7 times 10 minus 8, that's going to give you 100 plus 70 minus 8. And 170 minus 8 gives me 162. That checks out. So two things I want you to recognize here. Number one, right, this expression is equal to that. So both of them represent, right, the area. But if I tell you x is equal to 3, these numbers after we evaluate, or when x is equal to 10, these numbers after we evaluate, would be the area of the rectangle, right, if we substitute that value in. So the next one, the length of a cement pad on a playground is 3 meters longer than the width. The width is 5x. So if the width is 5x, that tells you the length would be whatever the width is. And if it's 3 meters longer, you know you're going to add the 3. So write an expression for the area of the cement pad. Well, in this case, I know area of a rectangle is length times width. So 5x times 5x plus 3. When I distribute this, the area would be 5x times 5x is 25x squared plus 5x times 3 is 15x. So if x is equal to 2, what is the area? Well, if x is equal to 2, it doesn't matter which one I plug it back into, I'll get the same answer. So if I say 25 times 2 squared plus 15 times 2, that's going to give me 25 times 4, which is 100, plus 30 would give me, the area would be 130. And that would be meters squared. Okay. Next one, find the area of the figure, right? Now, what I like to do is break this up into different pieces. So I'm going to find the area of this rectangle by multiplying these together. What is 2x times x going to give me? 2x squared. Over here, if this is 2x, then this is 2x. This gives you 4x squared. Now, if this is x and this is 2x, this piece here, and I'll highlight it, this piece here is going to be x. And if that's x, the area of this box is x squared. So the total area for this figure now, all I'm going to do is add these areas up. 2x squared plus x squared plus 4x squared would give me 7x squared. Now, 5 is numbers, right? So how would you find the area of the shaded region? Remember, area of the shaded region is the area of the whole region minus the area of the unshaded region. So when I look at this whole rectangle, the whole region would be 12 times 10, which would give you 120, minus the unshaded region would be 7 times 2, which is 14. And then 120 minus 14 would give you a total area of the shaded would be 106. And that would be meters squared. But when we add variables to it, what would we get here? Well, let's do this. The area of the whole we know is going to be 9x times 16x plus 5, which is going to give us, 16 times 9, 144x squared. Then plus 45x. The area of the unshaded would be 4x times 7x minus 2, which would give me 28x squared minus 8x. Well, the area of the shaded then is going to be the area of the whole minus the area of the unshaded. So when I look at this, the area of the whole is 144x squared plus 45x minus the area of the unshaded was 28x squared minus 8x. One thing I want you to recognize, though, is when we subtract, we have to put this in parentheses. And when we go to simplify this, we are going to distribute the minus sign. So minus 28x squared, then that's going to be plus 8x. So in this case, 144x squared minus 28x squared is 116x squared. 45x plus 8x is plus 53x. And that would be the area of the shaded region.